Legendary coach and NBA executive Pat Riley is quoted as saying, "Excellence is the gradual result of always striving to do better." Welcome to Season 4, Episode 9 of the Playing with a Purpose podcast, Responsibility, Doing Your Job. Welcome back to another episode of the Playing with a Purpose podcast, where we explore topics related to the moral development of collegiate athletes and young people as it relates to character, responsibility, and purpose. I'm your host, Matt Barker, and throughout Season 4 of the podcast, we're taking a deep dive into the 5 core values of the NAIA. On today's episode, we're talking about something that elite players embody every single day, something that might not show up on the stat sheet, but makes all the difference when the game is on the line. Let's take a closer look at the core value of responsibility in today's Character Corner segment. Responsibility is defined as being dependable, owning your role, and doing what is expected of you, even when no one is watching. In sports, responsibility can be running the right route, playing your defensive assignment, showing up on time and prepared, and giving effort on every single play. You see, when thinking about responsibility in this way, being a responsible athlete is less about talent and more about trust. Think about your favorite team and the roster they put on the field or court every day. Coaches don't just play the most talented players, they play the ones they can trust to do their job. Not to say that being a responsible athlete means you're always going to get things right. You can do your job and still fail. However, responsibility means owning your mistakes, not making excuses, just learning from your mistakes and getting better. And that's today's Character Corner segment. Now let's take a look at a story where we have seen responsibility played out on and off the field in today's Purpose at Play segment. One of the best real-life examples of responsibility in sports comes from New England Patriots cornerback Malcolm Butler in Super Bowl 49 in 2014.
Play clock at 5. Pass is intercepted at the goal line by Malcolm Butler. Unreal. Butler, a rookie free agent out of West Alabama.
They try to pick play, Al. They tried to go here, but he beats them to the punch. And I'm sorry, but I can't believe the call.
Me neither.
You've got Marshawn Lynch in the backfield. I can't believe the call.
Here's the situation. New England is leading 28-24 with 26 seconds on the clock. Seattle is on the 1-yard line, one play away from winning the Super Bowl. Everyone expects a run, but they pass, and that's where Malcolm Butler comes in. Butler, an undrafted rookie, recognizes the play instantly because all week in practice, he'd been studying the exact formation and route combination. He breaks on the ball. Interception. Game over. Patriots win. Here's the moral of the story. Malcolm Butler wasn't the biggest name on the New England Patriots roster. If you were to ask most fans who the biggest names were, you'd hear names such as Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski, or Julian Edelman. He wasn't even supposed to be the hero. However, Malcolm Butler stepped up when it mattered most. Malcolm Butler did his job. He studied film, paid attention in practice, executed his assignment, and when the moment came, he was ready. You see, responsibility isn't flashy, but it shows up when it matters most. And that's today's Purpose at Play segment. And now let's get into the Beyond the Buzzer challenge for today's episode. Here's my challenge for you this week. Pick 3 responsibilities you already have. Now ask yourself, am I doing this halfway or the right way? Then commit to doing it fully, doing it consistently, owning it completely, which means no excuses. Ask yourself, what's one thing I can do better to help my team? And then actually do it. And that's today's Beyond the Buzzer challenge. Thanks for listening to this episode of the Playing with a Purpose podcast. If you enjoyed the episode, be sure to like and follow the podcast to be notified of upcoming episodes. Also encourage you to share this podcast with a friend, colleague, athlete, or coach you think might benefit from the content discussed. You can listen to the Playing with a Purpose podcast each week on Spotify, YouTube, or anywhere you listen to podcasts. You can also catch the Playing with a Purpose podcast on the Freed-Hardeman Athletics Champions of Character website at gofhulions.com/champions of character, the NAIA Champions of Character website at naia.org/champions of character, and on the Ministry League podcast network. Till next time, remember, winning isn't just about the scoreboard, it's about the character you build along the way. We'll see you next time on the Playing with a Purpose podcast.